Sunday Telegraph again with the shocking news that the United Nations is exploiting child labour, with children as young as 12 working for it, Lewis.
Yeah, I'm 12 and I advise the United Nations on climate change. The United Nations is hiring advisors as young as 12 to consult on climate change after the Thunberg effect, which is like they see Greta Thunberg and they think, oh, I'm going to do it. So there was one girl, she's a 12-year-old, and she published a book. She wrote a book herself and she had it published. It had nothing to do with it.
I'd just like to point out this one line, with the help of her parents.
Yeah.
So I'm always a bit suspicious when I see that. And there's a picture of her just there. She's called Madhvi Chittoor, and she's 12 years old now an advisor for the United Nations. Doesn't, Nick, don't you worry that all the climate change doomsday culting is terrifying for children, and they think the world's going to end because they're literally told the world is on fire and it's going to end? It's a very scary message for kids.
Yeah, and firstly, the UN are awful. I mean, they had that vote. They refused to fully acknowledge October 7th, didn't they? Do you remember that? I can't remember the exact wording of it, but it was very dodgy. And then the secondary point, like you say, this climate change doomerism. And it's this bizarre celebration of people who've skipped school. They're all basically skivers. They'd be called skivers when I grew up. I mean, she skipped school. They're copying Greta, who skipped school. They have a few more people in the article who also skipped school to go on these climate changes. I mean, we only had snow or pretending to be ill. And they've got oh, we're doing it for climate change.
No.
You're truants.
No.
Go back to school.
No.
Learn something.
This is not skivers. These are bad parents who are trying to get some business out of their kids, get some publicity. In America, there was a 7-year-old who was flying. I don't know whether he was flying across America by himself, not by himself, but the youngest person to fly a plane across America.
Oh, he's actually driving the plane.
He was actually flying the plane, and he was doing a very good job up until the time it crashed in a field in Idaho.
Is he okay?
He died. No, he is dead. He is dead. And these people, this young girl who's 12 years old, is probably going to be very unlikable by the time she's an adult.
Right, okay.
If she lives.
You just judged the child.